Okay, so a very good morning to everyone and welcome to this entrepreneurship course. This is our session number 1 and these are the contents of the topic, that is the story of an engineer. We will be discussing the challenges, then the selection of a project followed by project outcomes and the current practices which are being followed or adopted. Then we'll see what do you mean by a smart objective. And very briefly, we will go through the course objectives and finally we'll end this talk by some motivational videos. Okay, so let us start. Let me begin with this quote that challenges are what makes life interesting and overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. So every person, rich, poor, student, teacher, now they always try to overcome these challenges. Everyone tries to do that. And those who are successfully handling these challenges are more successful. Now, here's a interesting fact. 15 lakh engineers from various fields, for example, mechanical, electronics, computer, civil, EXTC, IT, graduate every year in India. That's a very big number. 15 lakh. Out of this 0.2%, it has been observed that less than 0.2% projects are transferred to the industry for commercialization. Okay. Now, this is a very interesting fact. The fact is, every final year student, irrespective of the branch, have a final year project admission, and it is a must for that student. Now, here is a big challenge. Final year projects are academic compulsion. Okay, so there is a shortage of talent or a shortage of technology? Well, may or may not be. Talent, there is not an issue. Technology in today's era, not an issue. So where is the issue? The issue is why these projects are not being transferred to industry. For example, if we consider we have around 10,000 students. So as per 10,000 students, 0.2% means around only 20 projects. So we have 10,000 engineering projects, final year projects. So out of that, only 0.2%, very small. So only 20 of them are getting, transferred to the industry for commercialization. Commercialization means earning money, right? Starting up. So let me, describe a story of an engineer. So a student named Mr. Chinmay is an electronics engineer. Now he has scored 9.76 CGPA score in the final year. He was a favorite student of all the professors. He was punctual in submissions and assignment completion. He has completed the final year project and got the best project award too. And he got shortlisted in the campus interview. Okay, so this is the journey of a very bright engineering student. Okay, the other side of the story also. In spite being a very bright engineering student, but once he joined industry, he was not happy with his profile. Okay, so he was not happy with his job profile since he developed a project that has no marketplace. So then what happened next? His idea was rejected. Okay, so technically Chinmay was very sound. He was always number one student in the college, really a great student. So what happened? His idea rejected the company and he was deployed in a testing department because his developed project has no marketplace. Now imagine this. So can you imagine a student who was best in his first years of engineering career, with an ambition that he will do something for the industry and his project will get implemented in the industry. But the end, what happened? The project couldn't get commercialized. Okay, now you can imagine how painful is that for a person or for a developer. Okay, spending 4 years of bright engineering career, and his only aspiration was that his project gets converted into a product, and in spite of that, that didn't happen, and because his project doesn't have any market value, and he was deployed as a in the testing department. Okay, now there is a problem. So basic problem is the selection of a project. Correct? When we select a project, we generally select a project based on our own limitations, based on our own learnings, and we select a project based on the resources. So why selection is a problem? Because if selection is not up to the mark, ultimately we cannot expect a good result. Just to give an example, these two pictures which you see, these are well designed, innovative, developed designs, correct? But frankly speaking, so the title of the comes from these cups. Imagine, try to hold these cups and then the tree. It's very difficult. They are not serving the purpose. That's why these projects, that's why every project must have some. Now, next is there are some product outcomes or project outcomes. So what are the two? Whether the project is successful or the project is not successful. So these are the two possible outcomes. Whether the project is successful, whether it is not successful. Now, your project being successful depends upon three things. Number one, whether we have identified the need correctly, that is what we call it as a need identification. Whether we have validated this need correctly, which we call as a need validation. And the third one is, are we following the best practices for the product development? Okay, so these are the three things which we have to, are the project outcomes depends upon. So any project, if you start with the idea, you start with the required resources, and we always should follow this entire process. But again, if we give this 2-3 additional angles, that is need identification, need validation, and the product development best practices, that will definitely add a value to the project, and the outcomes will be much better. So what are the implications of selecting the right project? So there are two sides. Once we have on one side we have a student, and one side we have an institute. So selecting the right project means capability of the project to become a product. So that is the ultimate, outcome. Selecting a right project will lead to a potential product being developed. We have three pillars which will help a student in a professional journey to become, a successful entrepreneur, which will be like a satisfaction and self-confidence. So these three pillars are very much required to motivate a student in their professional journey. And what a good product delivery would implicate on institute. On the institute level, we have rankings which are NIRF rankings, institute perception, and the funding opportunity. So these are the three outcomes which we have for, if a student or an institute develops a very good product. Okay, now going to the next slide. So what is being practiced today? Where is the challenge in the project selection? So the project selection for a final year student starts in, it's normally a 6th or a 7th semester, correct? Over here we have it. Now students are shortlisted for the project, and they finish their project in the journey of 1 year. So practically, a student or a group of students submit the report in the 8th semester, right? And the project gets completed in a 1 year semester. So within the 1 year, students should complete the project, right? So over here we ask various questions, like for example, when, why, who, where, how, right? So the role of the professor is verification, right? So all the students goes to the same process, that is identification of the project, that is mid project reviews,
Hello, sir. Sorry for interrupting.
project
Sir, your
report,
voice
and
is
finally the
breaking.
project, a working prototype of it. So this is what we do today. Okay, okay, Professor. And is it breaking? Hello.
Yes, sir. Your voice is breaking. You're not clear.
From when? From when?
Sir, last 2-3 minutes, sir.
From this current slide?
From this slide, sir. Yes.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. Now it is audible.
Yes, sir. Much better.
Okay, okay. So I'll go back to this. So here we were discussing what are the implications of selecting the right project. So we have two sides. One is student side and one is institute side. Selecting the right project means capability of that project to become a product. Okay. So what's the impact of this on a student? So students should have a very high self motivation, self satisfaction, and self confidence. So these are the three pillars which will help the student in his professional journey. And these three pillars will help build one's own career as an entrepreneur also. Okay. So what a good product delivery will implicate on institute. So institute will have three implications: the ranking, NIRF rankings, overall institute perception, and then also we have a funding opportunity. Okay. Was it audible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So this is the slide which I was on. What is being practiced today? So where is the challenge in the project selection? So normally your project selection for a final year start in the 6th or a 7th semester over here. Okay. Normally we have a discussion with a professor or a fellow colleagues, and we try to, while selecting a project, we try to answer these following questions: when, why, who, where, right, and how. So these are the various types of questions. Actually, it should be what, but it is missed out. But okay, fine. Nevertheless, so these are the several questions which have in a brainstorming while selecting a project, right? So finally, students shortlist the project, and they the project in the 8th semester. That is, we have 1 year. Students get 1 year to complete their project. So within the 1 year, students should complete the project and submit all the formalities. So what is the role of the professor? The role of the professor is verification. So all students goes through the same process, that is identification of a project, project review or status. Then we have a project report, and then we also have a project must be also be in the working condition. So this is what is being practiced today. Okay. So next, what do you mean by a smart objective? Fine. So smart means, S means specific. The objective will be very specific. Then it should be measurable, achievable. A stands for achievable. R will be realistic. It should be realistic. And T, it should be timely. Okay. Those smart goals. So what do you mean by specific? So being specific means, what do you want to do? Measurable, how will I know when it is fulfilled? Okay. Achievable means, how can I achieve this goal? Realistic, can you realistically achieve it? And timely, when exactly you do you want to accomplish it? Okay, so these are the smart objective. Now let's understand this with few examples. Is the audio reachable proper? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me know immediately if that happens again.
Okay, sir.
Because I am only concentrating on the slides. Yeah, thank you. So let's consider an example of a smart objective. So let's say our aim is to increase the traffic to a web page. So what do you mean by specific means? Specific means increase the traffic of a website by increasing the frequency of weekly publications from 5 to 10 times a week. Okay, so our content writers will increase their workload from 5 to 10 posts per week. What does measurable mean? That a goal is a 9% increase in a traffic. That is measurable. What is achievable? Our website traffic increased 4% last month when we increased our weekly publication frequency to 5 times per week. So this is what is achievable. What is relevant? By increasing the traffic of a website, we will increase brand awareness, generate more potential customers, and generate more sale opportunity. And what is the timeline? Timeline will be end of this month. Now, what is the smart objective in collectively all this? So the smart objective for increasing traffic to a web page is at the end of this month, our website will see a 9% increase in the traffic by increasing our weekly publications frequency from 5 to 10 publications per week to 10 publications per week. So this is what the smart objective example means. Now let's see another example. So let's say we start an e-commerce business. So what will be the Shopify basically? A measurable will be I will be ready to make my first order in Shopify within 2 weeks, and my goal will be to sell a minimum of 10 bracelets per week. Now, what is achievable in this? I will first install in Shopify and then make an inventory of 50 handmade bracelets to sell. Finally, I will promote my business and develop relationships with customers through social networks and a blog. So what is relevant over here? Selling handmade bracelets which allow me to benefit financially from my favorite hobby. Okay, what is the timeline? My shop in Shopify will be operational within 2 weeks and will have an inventory of 50 bracelets to sell within 5 weeks. So overall, what is the smart objective in this? In 2 weeks, I will have my online store in Shopify, and which will allow me to benefit financially from my favorite hobby. And within 5 weeks, I will have an inventory of 50 handmade bracelets to sell, and the goal is to sell a minimum of 10 bracelets. So this is what an example of a smart objective is for a particular business or an enterprise or a launching a product. Okay. Now, why this entrepreneurship course? Why you have joined this course? So basically, I can have 2-3 points. You all can also add it. So instead of setting for a campus companies, normally students go for campus companies. Some students go for higher studies, and maybe some students can also go for startups. So what do you mean by that? Idea. Startup is a journey from idea on a paper or even a mobile notepad, right, to a market. So how your idea will reach to a product, the journey, the entire journey. That is the role what an entrepreneur will do. The students should not stop at the prototype. Even if they are building a final year project, they should not stop at the prototype. Making a product or a solution for an actual issue in a rural area or an urban area should be the ultimate aim. So we should address day-to-day problems in your area, community, region, or neighborhood. Okay. So our students are good actually. They do very nice. You all do very nice projects. You all do very you all present better, even better than this. They get very good grades, right? And but what eventually happen? You all eventually go away for jobs or higher studies. So whereas your project will remain like that. Okay, it will be of no use to anyone. So So we want the students team to convert these final year projects or prototypes into a usable product. Okay, now these are the 4 course objectives, right? After this course is over, these are the course objectives, 4 course objectives: to develop entrepreneurial mindset or ideas, to mature students to the point of launching the ideas using the lean launchpad method, business model canvas, and customer discovery process, identifying business opportunities, to learn how to raise funds during a life cycle of a new venture or a company or a new startup. So now I want to hear from your side, what are your expectations from the course? So few of y'all can unmute and speak. What is your expectation from the course? Now you have heard around 25 minutes of the talk. Now I want to hear from you, what are your expectations? Some of you. Hello.
Able to understand how to build a startup or even
Okay.
take an idea and go forward with it.
Yes, yes. You want to understand the process of creating a startup, right? What are
Yeah.
the steps involved? Whom to approach? How to some different expectation than this?
So
Yeah, come on.
adding to this, I want to also know ki why some of the ideas, die after time, even if they can
Yes.
make a change.
Yes. That's exactly my contents for the next 2 lectures. Followed by this, we will have a very interactive, and I will be assigning you all some ideas also. So yeah, we will learn this in this process. Your expectation will be covered. Anything else? Yeah, come on. I mean, if y'all can speak, I can eventually modify my some of my contents and my talk as per your expectations also.
What was it that led to successful startups like even Amazon or Facebook to be started from a shed to reach to what it is currently? Both
Yes.
individual wise and company wise.
Yeah. We will follow up a case study exactly right from the scratch. How did they start up from the idea to the big, they have developed a big industry or a company based on that particular idea. So we'll go through that entire journey, and we'll definitely cover up a particular case study. Yes, that will be covered. Anything else? Yeah, come on. You will have a lot of expectations from this course. You might have seen the it was a lot of choices given to you from various open electives. So I mean, and expectation also can be that one of the expectation, all of y'all have described your own expectations. Yeah, one of the how to pitch an idea in an effective way to investor. Yes, that is one of the outcomes of this course. Definitely we will be having a discussion on that also. See, apart from all this, we will also invite few entrepreneurs from various domains. See, we have various engineering domains: IT, computers, mechanical, EXTC, electronics. Correct? So we will invite some successful entrepreneurs from these domains, okay, to talk and talk about their journey. What are the problems, the money, maybe how did they, have a, whether they have a all the process journey, what are the challenges they faced. So when you hear from them, that will be more effective. Okay. Anything else? You can even type in the meeting chat. How to pitch an idea in an effective way to investors. Yes, we will definitely discuss that. Anything else? Anything which comes to your mind?
Also, sir, how to keep evolving in a business. So when we are into business, how to not become stagnant at one place when we are developing a product. So how should we move forward according to the market requirements and things?
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this is a new point which will be accommodated. I have a different way of going through this. So rather than always, presenting something in front of you in front of the slide, so let's have a. I mean, since you have brought this point, we will have a good, market strategy and how to have a see. It's very good ki you are there with your idea from the start. It's your idea, correct? It's your baby. So basically, how to sustain your idea for such a long period of time and how to keep yourself motivated to stick to that idea. Is that your question, right? Is that your expectation, right? And how to face,
Yes, sir.
in
And
spite
also
of,
how to,
yeah, yeah.
main product that the company sells, how to keep it evolving.
Yes, yes, yes. We will be having a case study on it also. So let's say you have a product already launched in your market, correct? And obviously you are not the only one who are presenting the product, correct? There are 10 different competitors who have the same product. So what will you have to do with your product? How innovatively you have to sustain the same? I mean, you're let's say you're developing or manufacturing the same product, and that same product has been manufactured by 10 different companies, right? So those are your rivals. So you have to compete with them 10, and then still you have to make your product survive in that market. So that's survival and what innovations you can adopt. So we will have case studies on this also as well, and how people are doing it. Okay, how companies are still surviving from such a long time, and how they are being successful. Some products get they don't have such high market value. I mean, the moment the competitors come, their product is more innovative and you lag behind, and suddenly after some certain period of time you have no place at the market at all. Your products are not selling at all. So why that happens, we'll all see that. Yes, good point raised. So that's why I'm getting more and more points from y'all, so that I can also adjust the content delivery from my side also. Yes, tell me anything else, anything at all. Yeah, so can I proceed with the next slide if no one has? See, did this I mean, more than an open
Yes,
elective,
sir.
this is a course, right? If you're really enthusiastic to see, entrepreneurs are job creators. Okay, so basically it's like you are on your own, and you don't have to work under a boss, or you don't have to work for a company. You own your own company. You manage people. Okay, so that's a whole level of a different experience and a feeling, and a whole level of responsibility. Okay, completely different. And our nation leader is also focusing much on this startups, various startup India and all that. So it's a lot of development going on in this field also. Not only that, no longer are the days that all the engineering students are sitting for the campus companies, and some of them are going for higher studies abroad or in India, and maybe after 4 years engineering you're opting for, after engineering you're opting for MBA. MBA means eventually this only, right? Starting a business or being a part of a successful business. That is also a good strategy. So these are all the expectations from your side. Very good. I am very happy that you all have come up and discussed and what are your expectations from this course. Okay. Now let me go to the next slide. Let's develop some slide. I want you all to watch this video. Okay. Is it audible to you? The video sound? I mean audio.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Yes, sir.
सर आपके लिए उस पार कार का इंतजाम किया है सर आइए सर चल चल जाओ बोला क्या बात करता है क्या ऊपर से जाएगा क्या ऊपर से जा जा
गया मेन शो
I hate this country. Go down now.
मैं वहां जाके क्या उखाड़ लूंगा
कैसी जाने बूंदे आई जाने कैसा दर्द लाई सामने क्या है ये तेरे क्यों रुका है तू बता रे हो और तुझको पार लेगा कौन होगा वो मसीहा मुझसे तू ढूंढता है वो ही है तू वही है तुझ में तेरा रास्ता है तुझ में तेरा है सहारा तू ही तुझको पार लेगा तू ही है तेरा किनारा रास्ता है तुझ में तेरा है सहारा तू ही तुझको पार लेगा तू ही है तेरा किनारा जिसे ढूंढता है तू ही रहे तू ही रहे तू ही रहे तेरा मसीहा हो
Okay, so anyone can describe me what is the message in the video? What is the message they are trying to give?
That it is not difficult for you to be a leader. I mean, just
Yes.
your mind, the way you think about yourself. I mean,
Okay, okay. Yeah, anyone else? What did you learn from this? I mean, what was the message portrayed in the video?
Sir,
There was an
every-
obstacle, a tree,
Yes.
correct?
Sir, there exists every solution for a problem, but there needs to be someone who can initiate it, and then the people can follow and we can get out the solution of the problem.
Yes. Yes, yes. Yeah, what came out with this idea that people go to a restaurant and eat India food. Some people, for some reason cannot go to the restaurant. So why can't we have someone who can bring restaurant to our home? That is what Zomato is. Correct? A simple idea. And now see how fast and how rapidly and how successfully it has grown. It has started with this idea, simple idea. And now see how rapidly it has been grown. For example, simple. If you want to travel from point A to point B, there were existing means of transport. We have auto rickshaws, we have taxis. But now, why Uber? Why does Ola is successful, still running, still sustaining in the market? So these were the ideas, and these ideas are getting converted into a successful. I mean, we can say it's more than a startup now. It's a full-fledged company, right? But do you know the Ola and all that, they don't own their own cars, correct na? They hire the people join. I mean, those are the who are the owners of the cars or the drivers. They just use it's a software and they're earning from it. That's a business. So any idea or any service or any product which can get you money, that is a startup or that is a business opportunity. Code, just a video ki I alone cannot change the entire system or can bring a change, right? But someone has to just begin and start. So that's what an entrepreneur do. Okay, so this entrepreneurship course is just an attempt to bring some good change, which we have, wherein we can impact, should be getting converted into a product. Okay, so how to convert a project into a minimum viable product, MVP. There is a concept of a minimum value product or a minimum viable product. In spite of any domain, whether you are from EXTC, whether you are from mechanical department, how to convert this project into a product. So that's why we will divide this entire class into teams. I will be, dividing that very soon, and we'll try to learn the process. We'll try to learn the process of converting your own idea, correct, efficiently into a minimum viable product, and to market, have a market level for commercialization. Okay, whatever you make, whatever project you make, if it is not useful to anyone, it's as good as useless, correct? So that's the idea and that's the motivation which we will follow in this entrepreneurship course. Okay, there is one more video. I guess I have said 2 videos before this lecture began, right? Lecture 0 videos. Have you all watched it?
Yes, sir.
Some of you all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I am not playing this video. These are the videos of few startups and their journey. Okay. So how did they start? What did they do? And all that. Okay. And how they are the famous names now in the market. So I will skip this video. I'll end this talk by this a very good motivational startup or talk by Sir Ratan Tata.
Visit our from the startup world.
Heard people say this can't be done. It's your job to remove those myths and to get things done. In many ways, we have been critical of and saddened by what has or has not happened in our country. To a great extent, this has been a function of we can't do this or it can't be done. Do not grow with a view that something can't be done and so should not be done. You, in the years ahead, are going to be leaders of this country and shaping the destiny of this country. You look at the world around you, where ideas were born, where individuals started in garages. Where did Microsoft, where did Apple, where did Amazon, where did Google, where did Facebook come from? They came from ideas that people felt something could be done. The technologies that don't require billions of dollars to establish, that don't require hundreds of acres to build, enterprises that are built on innovation that's in your mind, non-traditional, untried, and sometimes risky, but that make a big, big difference in the world of tomorrow. If you speak or sit next to a Nobel laureate, he never tells you that he won a Nobel Prize. Other people tell you. So let humility be your best defense. They came from ideas that people felt something could be done and that they could make a difference. If you think you cannot make a difference, I'd say you very well can make a difference if you so desire. And you shouldn't merely consider yourself successful based on the prosperity you gain for yourself, but you should go home at night feeling satisfied if you have made a difference. That difference is something each one of us can make. We'll have failures and we've had frustrations, but it's a continued commitment that we have to the world around us. My enthusiasm in the new India of tomorrow continues to be there. I continue to feel the need to support enterprising young Indian engineers and scientists. And all of us should be very pleased to play this role and need to support this, because all of us should be keen to unleash the Indian tiger. And we haven't done that as yet. So let's all put our hearts and souls behind the fact that this is going to be the new India of tomorrow.
So I want to end with the quote which Sir Ratan Tata has said: ups and downs in lives are very important to keep us going, because even a straight line in any ECG means we are not alive. So this is the motivation which I will end this talk, and these are the acknowledgement. I'll acknowledge Professor Nilesh Kumar Pandit from Department of Electrical Energy, IIT Bombay, from wherein I have taken most of the contents, and Google Images. Yeah. So thank you. That's it for today. Okay. So we'll meet again tomorrow, 9:30, same time. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.